Hey guys, I thought I would try something new. I've got an ace tanker in my IKV 90B. It's my first one, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the tank and how to play it and why I have it set up the way I have it set up. So first off, my crew. I've got Sixth Sense, Recon, Brothers in Arms, and Concealment. I've got Brothers in Arms and Concealment on my gunner. I've got Concealment, Repairs, Brothers in Arms, and Clutch Braking on my driver. And I've got Brothers in Arms and Concealment on my loader. So it's one of those tanks. I guess we probably need to go through the stats. It's got a 240 Alpha gun. Right now I've got it set up to do 10.5 rounds a minute. 5.67 second reload, which is really, really good on a tier 7. That beats almost all tier 8 mediums. Gun traverse is 23 degrees, which is really, really nice because the width, you can go 20 degrees to the left and 20 degrees to the right on this gun for 2,500 average DPM. The power to weight on this thing is 22.44. Now it's very fast forward at 65, 20 kph backwards, and the traverse speed is 36, which seems good, but it doesn't feel very good with all of the soft stats. One thing you'll notice, the camo on this thing is 45%, right? So moving camo is 29%. So it is very, very sneaky. And I've got binos on this to get 480 view range. So it also has 10 degrees of gun depression, which is fantastic. And the armor, I can save you the grief. It's got no armor. 15 millimeters is the most. So if you get spotted, you're going to die. So, of course, we do a gun rammer to increase that DPM. We have binos just to increase a little bit of everything as far as view range. And the vents. I use Bond vents because I found the aiming time to be bad on this thing, even though it says it's supposed to be good. And the aim, and when you're back behind a bush, you need to hit what you're shooting at. You really, really do. And it's got, I think, 0.31. Probably better than that. 0.31 dispersion. Yeah. So, which is fantastic. So this kind of seemed to help a little bit with everything. And also, I use coffee on this thing. And the reason I use coffee is because if you get caught out and shot and your engine goes out, you're probably dead anyway, which is also the reason I use a large repair kit, because you do lose your engine, you do lose your tracks, you lose modules. So if you're being shot at, you need to repair everything and get the heck out of Dodge, which you can do with your 20 kph reverse speed. So the shells on this thing, I guess I'll show you when we get into the game, but they're fast. They're really high velocity shells, and they do 240 alpha, which I've already mentioned. But let's go ahead and jump into the game. And well, first let's talk about how you would play this. It's a sneaky tank destroyer. You don't want to get spotted. You want to be hidden at all times, which some people might take a camo net. I think that's unnecessary because once you fire, you lose all that camo anyway. So it's behind bushes. If you're spotting for yourself, you've got the binos to do that, and you've got the DPM just to tear people apart. And also to relocate. You can relocate fairly quickly and keep pace with your team, which is important in fast games. So I hope that gives you a little bit of info on the thing. Let's go ahead and watch the replay, and please let me know in the comments if this is something that you'd like to continue, if you'd like other information beyond what I've given you, or if you'd like less information. Okay, as I said in the garage review, sneaky tank destroyer, right? So we're going to go ahead and go sit in back here on Westfield. We are mid-tier in this game, and we're going to try and punish the enemies. So in doing that, we got to set up our nest, right? That's part of the deal. So we're trying to set up our nest with trees and bushes and whatever else before anybody crests that ridge. So trying to set up to where we cover this whole area, right? And we're just gonna take shots of opportunity here. That's about all we can do. That SU-100 M1 is a very tough tank. So we will load gold rounds and see if we can catch him out. So the gun depression on this thing makes it so you can be at quite a small target, but the best option is not to get spotted in a tank like this. So I'm looking to see if this other guy pops up, but I see this M2Y pops up, and we're going to hit him in his rather large cupola. So if you don't know where to hit those guys, that's where you hit them, right in that cupola there. So I don't have a whole lot to say because it's pretty slow gameplay, pretty standard stuff for a tank destroyer. But you're just hoping enemies make mistakes. And quite honestly, that's not really my play style. My play style is to push people and to make sure as we find an enemy making a mistake, and to push the action. And so it's very hard for me to play a tank destroyer because I am just not, I just don't like sitting in the back. If at all possible, I would rather be on the front lines pushing the action. So we're starting to lose some of our tanks, and that's actually, when you're in a tank destroyer, that's kind of what you want. You want enough guys in front of you pushing so that you have some targets, but you don't want to get overrun. So our Jackson is in the wide open, and therefore I don't think that he's really in a position that he is going to survive. But he is behind a bush, but that is only going to hold camo until he fires. There is artillery in this match. Thankfully, they did not hit us. I have not yet been one shot by Artie, but I have been hit many, many times. And here's a kind of a lack of marksmanship here. And so we can't find the outline, but we just kind of guess where his cupola is going to be. So we're now back to standard rounds. We fired 3 gold rounds, and we're just back to firing our standard rounds now. So we're doing good. We got 1,400 damage. We're happy with that, right? And it is currently 6-7, but our team on the other side of the map at K0 seems to have taken control of that portion of the map, which is always a good thing. And their Tiger P is in trouble, and we know that the KV-85 is a one-shot. So we're going to go and try and find him. It's still a very, very close game. So we're 400 hit points ahead, but if I get spotted, I can get, my hit points go really quick. So we're going to set up our binos, just see what's going on. At the time that I played this, I did not use, was not using the bond vents or the food, pardon me. And so that's why my gun handling's a little bit derpy. And we have to take that shot clutch, because if we don't, the guy's gonna get away. So go ahead and take that shot, and we're looking for this Yag Panther that is probably down here somewhere. There he is, but oh no, that's a Ferdinand. So I know he's got a long time to reload, So we're going to go ahead and hit him, and I'm guessing we probably hit him in the ammo rack. That's usually where the ammo rack is on the Ferdinand, which is one of the reasons you do not want to play a Ferdinand, if at all possible. So we're going to stay hidden, and we pick up a huge amount of assists there. Now the game is kind of well in hand, and there's a Hellcat, and the Jagdpanther gets spotted, so because the Hellcat's here, we're going to take a shot at him, and we spot the other Hellcat. So, of course, everyone and their dog is going to shoot at you if you're visible, because you are so easy to penetrate. So it doesn't look like a huge game, but let's look at the after action report and see how we did. Okay, here we are at the after action report. We did get an ace tanker out of this for our 2143 damage, 2 kills, 1043 base XP, and our CIS lists on the other side of the map did really, really well and kind of handled everybody very well. 13 shots, 11 hits, 10 pens, and the combination of this is right around 4,300. That's pretty good, but it shows that people don't play this thing very well. Because usually a tier 7 4,300 may not quite do it for an ace. 46,000 credits. We ended up netting 24,000. Would have been 8,000 with the standard account because we did fire a fair amount of gold. And we ended up with 3,100 experience. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hope to catch you guys next time. Tonester out.